What's up, guys? This is Ginger, and today we're going to be talking about the newly revealed game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I first off wanted to say that this video is entirely just my opinion. I don't think that my opinion represents the Melee community as a whole or anything like that. This is just what I like in a game and how I kind of took the first reveal at E3. So to start off, I honestly think that the graphics look amazing. The characters look beautiful. Animations look really, really crisp. A lot of the new stages look really good. The old stages, they kind of touched up, look really nice as well. So in terms of like a new HD game, I think it looks fantastic, like most games on the Switch so far. But this leads me to talk about some game mechanics that I kind of have some problems with. I'll start off by saying that this game seems a little more akin to Smash 4 to me. One of the biggest things, in my opinion, is that Smash 4 is more about getting a single hit and then taking that positional advantage that you receive from that hit and trying to scout out somebody's landing or calling an air dodge, pressuring them on the ledge, something like that. Melee is a lot more, you get a hit, how can I combo off of this? Like, what are the decision trees being broken off of this one hit, right? And you can choose between either comboing for big damage, comboing for position, trying to set up for an edge guard. And the methods of edge guarding are a lot different in Melee than they would work in Smash 4. Now, in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I do think that the edge guarding looks way better. Ledge mechanics seem to work a little bit differently than Smash 4. It's not just an instant snap to the ledge. People don't just have broken recoveries. You saw at the E3 Invitational, and even just in some of the friendlies and the 4 Glory tournaments that they had going on at E3, a lot of people were just going out there and edge guarding. And a lot of times you hit somebody off at like 130% or something, and they actually die. Not just straight off the blast zone, but they just can't recover. Like Link, you just see him spin off, and then he'll just fall over to the blast zone. Which is just a really, really nice fix for me because Smash 4 seems so slowly paced because people weren't dying. You'd hit someone off stage and you'd just kind of be waiting there. Although I didn't play Smash 4 professionally, this is just what it appeared to me as a spectator. But I think that's something that Smash Ultimate really, really hit on the head pretty well. But like I said, it is more about hitting one person off and then just kind of getting that positional pressure. The one other problem that I had with it was that the knockback is just so weird. I've seen a lot of complaints about this so far, and I think it's something that they're going to be adjusting, honestly, because I can't see a way that they wouldn't. And I actually saw a very funny tweet. I can't remember who did it, but it was it looks like when you hit someone in Smash Ultimate, it looks as if you punched a balloon across the room, and it's just so accurate because I remember punching balloons when I was just a little kid. But no, in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you hit them and they go flying incredibly fast, and then they just stop randomly. Like, you'll hit them at 140%, they go flying across the stage, they're in the blast zone, it just looks like they have to be dead, and then they just stop right there. And this mechanic might seem like just kind of silly right now, but I actually think it might be a bigger problem. Because people get pushed away so quickly, I think that kind of discourages comboing, right? Because you hit someone with a strong move, and a lot of times in Melee, if someone DIs that in, they're not going to fly very far at all, even though that it was a strong hit, right? Like, as Falco, I can hit someone with an up tilt into a strong nair, and if they hold in on that strong nair, a lot of times I can get a shine, I can get a down tilt, continue that combo. But in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it just seems like they go flying too far for you to even think about following up on that. It is a little bit early into the game. I know the combos haven't been fully fleshed out or anything like that. But this is just kind of my first impression on how that knockback mechanic works. One other similarity that I've seen from Smash 4 and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the use of like multi-hit moves. There aren't so much combos, but they're like jab combos. Like you see if you watch Fox or a lot of different characters in Smash 4, just rapid jab is a combo. Like, you catch someone out with a jab, you hit them, it goes, and then they go flying away on the last hit, which is totally not a thing in Melee. I don't even think it was a thing in Brawl, honestly. I think they were just regular rapid jabs, and it didn't hit people away afterwards. Certain back airs and stuff have the same kind of effect, where it's just like a multi-hit. Samus's up B does the same thing, hits multiple times, and sends them flying upwards. And it's just like, okay, well, this is kind of their idea of comboing, right? It's kind of just a dumbed down version of how you'd get a combo, right? You get a jab, and it just like kind of automatically combos for you. And I will say that Melee, I don't think that it's by any means a perfect game, and I think that it was really difficult to combo, especially for casual people. Um, but I think that that's okay, right? Because even casual people can still land kills because of how knockback worked, how hit stun worked, all in Melee. Um, so the new knockback mechanics pretty weird, and also just kind of the auto combo mechanics seem kind of odd to me as well. But again, it seems very similar to Smash 4. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was the new characters in the roster. So we saw Inkling and we saw Ridley, which was very, very exciting. It brought me back to one of the really, really old videos where Super Smash Bros. Melee was being announced. I think it was at an E3, actually. This is back in like 2000 or 2001, if I recall correctly. And I remember they had a visual, and it's still in the Melee intro, where Samus is fighting Ridley, and the entire crowd pops off, and you can feel the energy in the room. And apparently a lot of people had thought that Ridley was going to be the one announced, or Ridley and Samus, but we all know now that that is not the case, and Ridley obviously a fan favorite, and people were really excited to see him at the E3 Invitational, which is so cool. Unfortunate, though, that Plup's Ridley got kind of destroyed by Bayonetta, which is unfortunate, but Inkling, the other new character that we saw, actually looks really cool. I watched one of the, I think they're called the For Glory tournaments that happen at E3. Pretty cool looking character, moves pretty swiftly, dips into the ground just like Splatoon. I've never played Splatoon myself, but it looks like a very fun, fast-paced game. So Inkling and Ridley both looked pretty cool to me, and I was happy to see them being added into the game. And then the other thing is that right, the thing that they really touted was that everybody is here, right? Which is a cool concept to me. I think that almost everybody was there in Smash 4, so I don't think it was that big of a change. I think, like, including Pokemon trainers like Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard as 3 separate different characters, I think that right now 68 characters have been announced for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and there were 58 characters total in Smash 4. So we see, like, kind of 10 returning characters, and that's including the Pokemon trainer, I believe. So yes, we're seeing everybody here, but we were really just missing on, Ice Climbers, Snake, and a few other characters. But it is good that they added those characters back. It was kind of odd to me that they took some of these characters away, made certain characters DLC characters like Mewtwo and I believe Roy for Smash 4. Those were kind of turnoffs for me. I don't know if they're going to have even more DLC content in the future for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and more characters that you have to download, but that would kind of dissuade me. But we see all of the returning favorites. We see all the space animals, all the Mario characters, all the Pokemon, and that definitely is going to have a huge appeal to a lot of people that just love Nintendo. This brings me to my next point, which is the Genesis teaser announcement trailer, which has 4 featured games right now. If I recall correctly, it is Super Smash Bros. 64, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Rivals of Aether. And so it appears to be that the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate community is kind of going to be absorbed by the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate community. And this, again, is kind of because of the ties that the two games have in terms of their game mechanics, kind of the pace that both of the games play out. And we see Nintendo, or not Nintendo, Melee, still being a strong staple at these Super Nationals. It's been, I think, 17 years since Melee came out, and we started having tournaments for it, and I honestly don't think that the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate release is actually going to hurt attendance any. I do think that Super Smash Bros. 4, or Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U tournaments, are no longer going to be a thing once this game is kind of announced. Like I said, I believe it's kind of going to be absorbed. So Melee, I believe, is going to be going stronger, stronger than ever. I think that, anytime a new Smash game comes out, people are being introduced to the scene, maybe even reintroduced to the scene because they haven't visited it for a while. And like I said, having all the characters there really appeals to a wide audience of Nintendo lovers. And I think that even if they just stumble across a Melee tournament, they're going to see the beauty of the game and maybe even be interested. I know that a lot of young talent, I mean, for example, I just lost to a 16-year-old at a national. I went to Smash and Splash. I lost to Zamu, and so Cal is on the come up. These people are generally interested in this game that I mean, he's 16. The game's been out for 17 years. It's absolutely insane that Melee became such a huge part of my life when I was so young, and people that weren't even born are still getting into the game. This is the thing, and we're going to see the Melee community, I believe, continue to grow once we see the game's release in December, which is really, really exciting for the Melee community. But that's about all I have to say right now. These are kind of just my first impressions on the game, kind of what I thought about the Invitational. Just a quick summary. It seems as though the game is a lot closer to Smash 4 than it is to Melee, which was kind of a bummer for me, honestly. God, I would have loved if they had wave dashing and L canceling and stuff like that. Oh, one thing that I should talk about, or maybe a couple other things, some game mechanics that I didn't quite touch on, are... the landing lag on aerials looks so much better from Smash 4. It still kind of looks decently clunky to me from what I understand. L canceling still isn't in the game, but I think it was Armada, or no, it was Tafikins that posted on Twitter like, oh yeah, landing lag is so short on aerials and the stun on block is so good that you can do things as Marth, like you can do a late forward air and dash away and cancel your dash, which again is a new mechanic that you can just cancel your dash into a move and whiff punish the person trying to do something at a shield. Because you have enough block stun, you're probably advantageous for at least a little while. Unlike Smash 4, where these aerials just look terrible. Landing lag animations just look silly all the time. I remember watching Falco at Saints Gaming Live, and he would just do a forward air, and he would just fall to the ground and just flop around for a while, which just looked terrible to me. But Super Smash Bros. Ultimate really seemed to listen to the community, not only from the Melee community, but also from the Smash 4 community, and give lower landing lag to these aerials, which I think could be a really big thing, because it means that whiffing in this game is not as hard of a commitment as it is in Smash 4. So you might see kind of a faster paced play where people are willing to throw aerials a little bit more, put up walls, people might be inclined to shield a little bit less. The other thing that goes hand in hand with shielding a little bit less is also the rolling nerf, which was honestly, I think it's a good addition. I don't think it would work well in a game like Melee, but this is because we have things like Wave Dash out of shield, we have better ground options, we move more quickly in the air, we can land on platforms and reposition ourselves so quickly that we don't have to shield. We aren't inclined to shield nearly as much as a game as Smash 4, where rolling is so fast. You can punish quickly out of rolls, but this new nerf in Smash 5 or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate seems to be a good addition to a game that is similarly paced to Smash 4. But like I said, guys, that's about all I have to talk about. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing more Super Smash Bros. Ultimate action and updates as the developers continue to work on the game. Feel free to follow me over at SSBMGinger on Twitch and also on Twitter. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.